Club. We're coming to you live from our Silicon Square studios here in East Legon, Accra. My name is Godwin Namboh, and it's Wednesday, the 23rd of February, 2022. The year's running by so fast. Anyways, I'm here to serve you with loads of fun, fearless, and factual content for the next 2 hours. I mean, you know how we do it here on the AM Club. So, how are you doing, guys? I am well. I'm sitting here alone. You're wondering why? Anyways, Marie will be joining me shortly. But let me tell you what we'll be doing throughout the show, okay? Now, you want to look out for our very first segment of the show. We call it Coffee Daily. We are telling you what's been happening in the world, the news trends, the stories going on in the last 24 hours at least. And then we will be bringing you Lifestyle Daily. Now, our Lifestyle Daily segment discussion today will be centered on cultivating reading habits. Why is it important for you to still read in 2022? And with the spread of misinformation, disinformation, and all those stuff out there, why should anybody read? And what should anybody out there read? What are the top 5 books you should be reading in 2022? We'll be sharing all this with you. Our hashtag today is Fashion Wednesday. I came in looking like a, like a gangster because it's Fashion Wednesday, okay? So hashtag Fashion Wednesday is today. And we'll be delving into men's grooming with a special focus on hair care with Nate the barber. I don't know if you guys know Nate the barber, one of the best barbers in this country. And he'll be joining me on Fashion Wednesday to serve you men's grooming. And on the plug, we're doing something different today as well. We're going to be having 2 guests. Santa Clausians will be in the house today. We're going to have some alumni from a disco, and then on the other hand, we'll have a Kwaba Ride, one of the transport services that sponsored our annual Love reality show, Love Nest. I beg your pardon. So yes, it's a fully packed show, and I'm ready to give it all to you. But remember, guys, you're a major part of this show. You're a major part of the AM Club. Connect with us right now. My tablet is here. I want to hear from you, okay? So join us online. The hashtag is the AM Club on all our handles at MX24GH. And then also don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at MX24GH. But if you're going to be sending us messages and you want me to read it out, please send it to our WhatsApp number 055 033 1511. 055-033-1511. Like I always say, it's on the bottom right corner of your television screen. Sending your comments and voice notes, video reactions to the stories we cover here on the show. Also, our Goodness Moment, proudly sponsored by Malta Guinness, is still on. You can nominate any person out there, an individual or a group of people who have just achieved something or are doing amazingly well for themselves and their community. All you have to do is to reach us via our WhatsApp number. Like I said, it's 055 033 1511. 055 033 1511. And Marie walks in smiling at me, looking very beautiful. Send your names, contacts, and why you think they should be acknowledged on Malta Guinness's Goodness Moment, okay? It is now time for my daily dose of vim. That part of the show we begin with where you tell us what keeps you inspired, motivated, what keeps you going. You're going to send it to our WhatsApp number at 055 033 1511. 055 033 1511, and we'll air it here on the AM Club. Now, before I tell you what our first daily dose of vim is, I have one for you. Okay, and this is going to take like 2 or 3 minutes. Please help me. So I'm sure you guys know this video. I'm sure you've seen this somewhere. One of the best motivational speakers in the world, Eric Thomas, has this video where he talks about a dude who can shoot and a sniper. So someone who can actually shoot and a sniper. So I was listening to it this morning, and a thought occurred to me. So he basically outlined the fundamental difference between someone who can shoot and a sniper. Now, a shooter basically picks his gun, looks for its target, among other things, and just go he shoots everything that he can just to get its target, okay? But a sniper, on the other hand, takes days, goes to the rooftop, spends days there, doesn't go to the washroom, doesn't leave. He's by his gun, targeting it, focusing on its target, and then just on the 3rd day or whichever day that the target shows up, he just goes pow, and then he gets it. So I kind of thought about this in a corporate setting. you know, how for some people to get their targets to reach a certain position. So for instance, you want to get to a certain position, say COO, CEO, or be the head of a department. And so, you know, you're going to shoot everything in your way just to get to that target. You're going to destroy relationships. You're going to pass certain corners. You're going to cut corners just to get to that position. But a sniper wants to get to that same place. It's going to take time. He's going to go to school. He's going to say, maybe I should add a master's to my master's. I should get a degree. I should read books. I should watch YouTube videos. I should learn. And then just one day, he just gets his targets. And before you know, they're announcing to the company that this is the new CEO, this is the new head of department. And the colleagues are going to wonder, like, but how? This guy, this is not his field. How come he's getting this position? But you didn't know that he's a sniper. He had a focus and he got his target. That's my daily dose of him this morning. Meanwhile, Mariam from Kwabenya shared Hosanna by Shatawale as their daily dose of him. I'll be back.
See, I'll make you say something short about your what I'm feeling is great. What I'm feeling is great. See me today at the crime mountain. My fans say, Shatawale climb it. Them say I be bombastic. Them they call me Mr. Fantastic. Them say I be romantic. In a dance hall I be gigantic. Help me say, Hosanna, 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 do Maraganda. Hosanna, Hosanna. You guys just really need to listen to the song and just follow me. Just you get me, just you know. Hosanna, 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 do Maraganda. Hosanna, 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 Hosanna. See me today, the movies and cool.
Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and
That's always like hashtag AM Club, hashtag Daily Motivational Quote, hashtag My Daily Dose of Vim. Please don't call the line, please don't call the line. Thank you. Few messages to go. This one says thank you so much. I don't know what you're thanking us for. This one says, good morning, good morning, good morning. What inspires me this morning is words can inspire, thoughts can provoke, but only action truly brings you closer to your dreams. Emmanuel Damte from Akwetia. Thank you very much for that message, Emmanuel. Whenever you are in a condition to help someone, just do it and be glad, because God is answering someone's prayer through you. Keep smiling. Oh, that's a beautiful message. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Cultured from Asaman Kesi. Another one coming in says, good morning, good morning, good morning. I really love your show. It's informative and educative. Hashtag My Daily Dose of Vim. It's okay to slip and fall, but no matter what, don't stay there for too long. Give yourself a tap on the shoulder and get back on the road. No, Alberta from Takrady. I want to believe this is Bacon's GH. Bacon's GH, is that you? All right. The favorite program in the city now. Absolutely. No two ways about that. Hashtag AM Club, hashtag MX24. Keep feeding us with good content as always. My motivation quote is, if you want to change what you say, change what you hear. Oh, Marie, that this one just got me. If you want to change what you say, change what you hear. I'm Photo God GH Inside Kohu. That's a good one, Photo God. Thank you for sending in that. It's a lot of messages coming in. I can't read everything, guys. Maybe one or two more, and then we move on. Always remember that at every point and in all your dealings, forgive more and try to forget. EKQ Prime, thank you for that one. Danny Dusty inside Achim Bomso. What inspires me this morning is we should avoid fake friends and keep focusing. Love you guys. Your enemies are after you, eh? Good morning, MS24. You are looking great, bro. This is Kofi Chains from Dodowa. Thank you very much, Kofi Chains. Kofi, want to move on now. So, guys, thank you for sending in your daily dose of Vim messages. Last one, else this one they'll beat me. Good morning, MX24. I'm Daniela, watching you live in Elmina. This question, I can't answer it right now, Daniela. My motivational quote is, sit with winners and your conversation will be different. Absolutely, I agree with you. All right, let's move straight to what's trending and what's happening in the world. And first story, of course, if you boarded the transport today, you know what's going on. Road transport operators have concluded negotiations on increment in fares, pegging the percentage increase at 15%. Now, these new fares will take effect Sunday, February 26, 2022. It includes fares for shared taxis, intra-city or trotros, and intercity long distance. Earlier, the transport unions proposed a 30% upward adjustment, but after a meeting today, Monday, February 15% will help. Say you like money.
And if you do up to 2 kilometers, previously you would have paid 2 cedis 50 pesos. Now you're paying 2 cedis 90 pesos. I don't think it's so bad. What do you think? I mean, it's just 20
because
pesos,
you don't take church also, you know.
30 pesos increment. But yeah, so with this new 15% increment, that's how
so
much.
So the church people know how to measure kilometers on the road?
I don't think this is just on paper. When you
I mean, come on. When you are boarding, that's why you hear the passengers say, "Hey, now how the hell you 30 pesos? I can't wait," because they don't know the kilometers. You know. Anyway, so we have the church prices now.
Right. So we have the church prices. So Previously, you'd have paid 1 CD, but now per the 15% increment, it'll be 1 CD 20 pesos, and also 3 CDs 30 pesos. You also have now you'll be paying 3 CDs 80 pesos. So it seems like it's between 20 pesos, 30 pesos increment more that you would have to pay for the fare. This is for churches. Those who commute using church, or you'd have to, pay add a little 30 pesos or 20 pesos.
Don't say. Marie is rich auntie, by the way. She says add a little. Marie,
just go prepared. So you're not caught by surprise.
I know. But anyways, we'll manage, won't we?
Right, we will. Let's do some other stories. Now, police in the Greater Accra region have foiled an attack, a robbery attack on a bullion van at North Industrial Area. The Ghana Police Service says the suspects are being pursued by anti-robbery teams. The service has asked the public to volunteer useful information that will lead to the arrest of the culprits. This attack comes months after a police officer was shot and killed by armed robbers at Jamestown in Accra in a robbery attack on a bullion van last year. And this seems to be a thing. We have more people targeting these bullion vans because they know definitely they'll find some stash.
I was in Accra last week Saturday, and there was a bank. I'm not going to mention the bank. There was a bank over there, and they were allowed to move money. I was standing right at the top. I could see inside the bank, and I could see the bullion van ready to move. And in my mind, I'm like right in the middle of Accra Central. To be specific, what's the name of that place? After Katamanto, what do you call it? The Rollins Park area. And I'm like, this place is so crowded. Why would you be moving money? I don't know what we can do about this particular issue, honestly. But I think they've been also warned not to use the regular bullion vans.
But can they afford it? You're asking them to get armored vehicles, and I don't think many of these banks can afford. But now they give them military escorts to do these transactions. But I'm not sure how effective that is.
I'm not afraid of military men. They want the money, so Well, anyways, moving on.
Now, the various students' representative councils, SRCs, in the Ashanti region are demanding immediate action to halt the funding delays and food shortages affecting senior high schools in the region. The student body made the call in its address to mark the opening of its 25th Congress and launching of the chapter's Silver Jubilee in the Ashanti regional capital, Kumasi. The students also want government to take another look at the free SHS funding regime and the operations of the National Food Buffer Stock Company to relieve schools of hardship. Now, this is just another call from another senior high school. Interestingly, when we spoke to the ministry, he said they haven't received any complaints. So they are waiting to get the complaints before they go ahead to probe into it and do something about it. But that's the update from the ministry.
Bleh. Anyways, sometimes when you talk about these things, you sound like a broken record. But let's move on and do some sports stories now. Black Maidens coach Baba Nuhu says his team will soon shift focus from low-profile friendly matches to high-profile games and tactical work ahead of next month's FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup qualifiers against Senegal. Ghana will next month take on the young Teranga Lioness in the first round of qualifiers for the India 2022 tournament. Well, we'll bring you that video much later. But in yesterday's round of 16 in the UEFA Champions League, of course, the Blues, Chelsea, defeated Lille. Yes, Chelsea won their game by 2-0 as Villarreal also drew with Juventus. But in today's games, Atletico Madrid will be facing Manchester United and Benfica will be taking on Ajax. Is almost certain to switch this season's Champions League final away from St. Petersburg amid the Ukraine-Russia crisis. Russia has ordered troops into 2 rebel-held regions of Ukraine, and there are fears an invasion is planned. Several countries, including the UK, have introduced sanctions against Russia in response to the move. UEFA said it was closely monitoring the situation and any decision will be made in due course if necessary. Now, for more sports news, please log on to mx24online.com/sports.
Let's
Marie?
do some tech.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
let's do some tech news now. So Instagram's president, Adam Mosseri, announced that Facebook launched Reels globally yesterday. Even though Reels on Facebook had been rolled out in countries like the US, Mexico, Canada, and India a while back, but this time it's available to the entire world. We have the video excerpt of him talking about it, so let's take a look at that.
Is expanding to the entire world. Now, Reels have been on Instagram for a while now, and Reels have been on Facebook in the US, in Mexico, in Canada, and in India since the second half of last year. What's happening today is it's expanding to the entire world on Facebook. So if you're an Instagram creator, the reason why this matters is you can decide to, if you like, share your Reels from Instagram to Facebook too, which is a way to increase the number of people that you can reach. And if you're a creator on Facebook, make sure to check out all of our different creation tools. Remix, the ability to make any story into a reel, and there'll be a lot more editing features coming soon. We're also working on the ability to monetize, because we know as a creator, you're a business and you need to make a living. And so we're experimenting with different ways to help creators make a living on Facebook and Instagram. And you'll be seeing a lot of that, including ads in different Reels surfaces. Now, as I said at the beginning of the year, we're going to continue to focus on short form video, given how important a shift it is we're seeing worldwide. And this is just one more step on a longer path. So check it out. See you next week. Peace.
So that's Instagram's president, Adam Mosseri.
Charlie, he's been doing the Lord's work this year, like since last year. He's been on. He's been very, very public. He's been very
I think
vocal.
the entire Meta is on some sort of agenda. You know,
I
they're
think
trying
so.
to capture everybody.
I think so,
at
because
all angles.
he's been very vocal. Like almost every other day, he comes out with a video about something that Instagram is doing.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It's really cool to hear from him every single time.
Yeah.
At least, are you very active on Instagram?
Yes, yes. I mean, I don't post a lot. I'm usually like, you know, following.
I know you.
feed and stuff.
Aren't we the same?
I'm
At
an
least-
official observer.
Why are you very active on Twitter? I think you're more active on Twitter.
I don't think I'm active anyway.
Please, I've been reading your tweets. Oh, you're controversial. Oh, you're controversial. But anyways, guys, now let's take a deep dive into the world of entertainment. And you already know our Jamaican boy is here to serve you. Let's go.
Wagwan, guys. You know, once you see me on your screen, you know what time it is. You know it's MX Breaks inside the AM Club, where I will bring you all the updates in lifestyle and, of course, entertainment in Ghana and across the globe. And with that said, I say good morning to my team.
Hey, King T'Challa.
Hey. Wakanda forever.
Ooh. That's good, bro.
I'm good. How are you guys?
Yo, the guns are out,
Just
man.
cool down.
The guns are out, man.
Guns out.
Look, serve them.
What's going on
The
over
guns
here?
are out. Look at that. Look at that.
Guns out.
So where's this from? Is this also from Tamale or what?
This is Woodine.
Woodine.
Yeah,
Our
and it was
shameless
made
plug.
by Afri-J.
Ah, it's cool.
You know Afri-J,
And I don't see anything under.
You don't. What do you want to see?
I don't
Oh, there's
see
nothing
anything under.
underneath.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
there's nothing. It's
Give
skin.
us a side
I'm
view.
showing
Let
my
the viewers
skin.
appreciate.
The guns are out. That's a beautiful shirt, bro. Looking good as always.
thank you, my brother.
Going
Thank
very well with the boots as well.
Ah,
You're a soldier.
militancy.
You're a soldier.
Always in
You're a
militancy.
soldier, man. That's right. That's right. What's going on with you?
Nah, I'm alright.
Good
I'm
sleep?
alright.
Good
I'm
night?
chilling. Yeah, always sleep. Always.
Yeah,
Always.
man. Went to the gym this morning.
No, I didn't go to.
And your arms are looking like this.
I had some.
Did you go to the
belly
gym this
issues.
morning, Godwin?
Hello.
Godwin has been pretending on social media like he's working out.
That's up.
He's not supposed to once every 14 days and you run away. He'll go and eat banku.
I was
No,
going to
no,
the old
Yeah,
videos
this
that I shot.
You should be like me and don't post.
We are not buying it. We are not buying
Are
it.
you sure?
No, we are not buying it.
It's okay.
Don't worry. You'll get there.
Yeah, man. I deal
Yeah,
with
yeah,
you. What's going on, man?
Yeah, I'll tell you guys. So, guys, you don't know my name is Kevoy B. You can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, everywhere. At KEVOYB. Zin. Black Sheriff has gone global again after his monster hit tune, Second Sermon Remix, was played at the 2022 NBA All-Star Game. The song, which had its visuals released on February 18, 2022, has been performing wonders, topping most streaming platforms across the globe. The Second Sermon song took over the auditorium at a loud volume where spectators were heard mumbling away with the lyrics, just like me. Now, guys, we have the video, so let's see it. Hey, Black, when name again? Black Sheriff.
Big up yourself.
Big up yourself.
I'm super happy for this guy. You know, from a guy who was just seen on social media, not ranting, but looking very hungry and determined. And people were laughing at him because of the way he was singing. So like, why is he so? Why is he so? Yeah. Why is he so passionate?
You ever hear the voice note of people saying, "Gary, come dinner." So like, why is he shouting so much?
He's shouting so much.
Is
so
he
much
like
passion.
a new artist?
Yes.
Has he been around? Oh,
very new. Just last year.
I mean, at this point, are we still calling him a new artist?
He's not a new artist, but I mean, he's fresh on the scene.
Boss.
Boss. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think his hit was what, a year ago?
No, yeah.
Is it up to a year?
Yeah,
about a year ago.
Yeah.
So he
first sermon.
Yeah, he just did a nice social media video and he was like going and everybody was laughing like, "Why this guy is so hungry?" Now look, they're playing a song at the NBA.
Look at me now.
Life can change, the situation can change,
Why does it sound like you're sending some secret message?
Why do you think I have an agenda this way?
You always have an agenda.
Black Sheriff, big up yourself. Black Sheriff, big up yourself.
Anyways.
Guys, the brain behind the iconic Aquaba frame, Mr. Joseph Osei, has unveiled a new face to replace the old one, which captured Angelina Nana Ekua Oduro, which has existed over 2 decades. I mean, the Aquaba portrait, which means welcome, is the most popular image that welcomes visitors in homes, offices, hotels, and tourists at large in Ghana. Now, Mr. Osei stated that he intended to replace the previous frame as the measure to give opportunity to other budding talents to also get the kind of exposure that the model in the first frame got.
I mean, shift yourself. Let me see something. Let me see. I want to see the new image.
Isn't that this new one?
Oh, yeah.
That's nice.
Not bad.
Oh, she's nice.
Yeah.
No, there's some, I mean, I think it's only right. It's been years.
But the thing is, I think they were going for the same.
I mean,
Same
same.
vibe,
Yeah, she almost looks like her. You know what I mean?
It's a different generation now, so it's only right that we have something also.
Yeah, they should have given her
I don't
something
think
different.
it was necessary to change it. It's like trying to replace the Mona Lisa.
I don't think
it was
changed.
absolutely unnecessary.
Hey, this is our Mona Lisa, eh?
Yeah.
No, but this picture is old now.
You can't
Mary.
replace
Oh God,
Mona Lisa.
somebody else needs to bust. You understand? Somebody else need a chance. You understand what I'm saying?
That's what I'm thinking. But Marie also has a
I don't
point,
think this will make as much impact like the old one did. Everybody knows this
Why?
one.
But nobody knows who this lady is.
It's just
But the truth is, nobody's really buying this as a frame and putting it in their homes anymore.
we'll buy the old one.
No one buy anything. Do you have the old one in your house? You're
I
very
don't
funny.
think so.
Mary, you next. They must put Mary on this. Mary.
We have to put her on it, holding the pot. She
Hold the pot.
Our Ghana man can wait.
All right. I'm looking forward.
Anyways.
Guys, now it looks like the Wendy Williams show is officially coming to an end. Sources close to the production said the producers informed everyone that the Wendy show was being cancelled at the end of June. Then, in the next breath, they hired everyone to work on a new show, which will be hosted by Sherry Shepherd. It's been said that Williams had been difficult to work with even prior to her becoming ill. In case you didn't know, Wendy has an ongoing health issue that first made headlines in 2021. She has not hosted her show since July, and it's unclear if Wendy will return to close out the show this summer. What you
Ooh.
Wendy Williams.
Not.
Are you a
I
fan?
mean,
Or are you a fan of
who,
Wendy?
Wendy? No, I'm not.
No,
Yeah.
But her, you know,
I mean,
Sasa.
Say it.
Her illness.
Say it.
Her illness.
Illness.
Her
Why are you
illness.
putting R in the illness?
I'm not putting her anywhere. Her illness.
Illness. Illness. Her illness.
Headache.
It's not anyway. No.
Barry, don't get involved. I
mean, I don't think I'm not sure how to react to it because I wasn't a fan as well.
Yeah.
What was interesting to me was that they hired the crew to work
Okay.
on a different show immediately after.
Oh,
So it's almost like
Look, bro, let me
almost like
tell you.
you know,
what.
everybody is fired.
Presenter-
Everybody, that's only Wendy Williams that's fired. It's nobody else. You understand
Nobody
what I'm
else.
saying?
Oh,
They're
boy.
getting rid of Wendy and they're using everybody else.
They will move on quickly, trust me.
I mean, the
They
show
will
that
move
show
on. They
must go on. So,
Exactly.
By the way,
Well,
they have
the
moved on.
airtime.
Eh?
I said the show must go on. They need to fill their airtime. It's not like
Judge,
they're waiting
We
around.
actually have to come and wait for
Why, Wendy?
Absolutely not.
Could have
man.
worse.
Absolutely. Anyways, on Lifestyle Daily today, we are discussing cultivating reading habits, and I want to ask you guys. Marie, I'm sure she's read a lot of. So, what are your 3 top favorite books you've read? I'm putting you on the spot. Kebo, you too.
But
Blink?
three top
Blink.
what?
Blink.
Blink. Is it a novel?
No, it's I don't like a lifestyle training. Something by Malcolm
No,
Gladwell.
nice.
Outliers
Oh.
also by Malcolm
Outliers,
Gladwell.
absolutely.
And anything by Chimamanda. Oh, yeah.
Any book.
So 3 books that I read.
That you've read that you really love, or your top 3. Even if you've not read, it's like you really love.
No,
or
I
love
like
to
I
read.
like a couple of books, man. There's one that I read in high school called A Child Called It.
A Child Called.
It.
Oh,
Oh, that's a very
I think
interesting
I've read
book.
that.
A Child Called.
You've
It.
read that
I
book?
think so, yeah.
Is that about
I
a
remember
black?
that book, yeah.
The Alchemist. Eh?
Is that about a black child?
The Alchemist.
No, it wasn't
Okay.
about a black child. It was a child.
So have you actually read The Alchemist?
His dad left and his. Eh?
Have you read The Alchemist?
I have.
Yeah, it's a beautiful book.
Yeah, and Richest Man in Babylon.
One of my
I
favorites.
didn't get that. What's the last one?
Something S. Carl. Carl.
I don't remember who will write it. I don't know. Authors.
You don't like to remember the author.
Your time now, Godwin.
So I think what's the name of this guy? I like to remember the authors, but I'm forgetting his name. Come on. Anyways, he has this popular name in America. How to Win Friends and Influence People.
I like that
Oh,
book.
yeah.
Dale Carnegie.
I forgot that. Yeah.
Carnegie, that's what I was looking for. Dale. Outliers is another one. And
one?
Outliers. And how to, what do you call it? The Richest Man in Babylon.
Yeah.
It changed my life.
I
It
haven't read
changed my finances. It changed the way I approach money and all that. Yeah.
So you have money now?
Oh yeah.
Send-
I'm a
you
very rich
already
guy.
know my
I can send you Momo right now.
Send it right now.
Where's my phone?
My phone is here. Send it so we see the alerts.
See that?
Anyways, guys.
That is it. That is it for me on MX Breaks Lifestyle and Entertainment, guys. You don't know, my name is Kevboy B. Licklemore. Big up yourself. Guys, take it away.
Anyways, what's coming up next, Marie?
So up next, we have Lifestyle Daily, and our conversation, as Godwin said a few seconds ago, will be centered on cultivating reading habits. So we'll come back and we'll have a very extensive conversation on that.
Absolutely. In the meantime, let's enjoy Abuche Nkwana by Black Cherry. I'm
Jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first.
They be screaming and yapping, some even feeling and bragging. First thing is, I'm patient. That talented upcoming artist in your area needs the spotlight. Let them be our unsung star. Do you have any questions about music? I'm Jason LA, and I'm a music plug on MX Chart right here on MX24.
Unique, contemporary, engaging. Introducing the ultimate talk show that captures, scrutinizes, and stirs up conversations around relevant content across the globe. We talk to the movers and shakers in the tech, youth entrepreneurship, creative arts industry, and many more. Join me, Kwame A. Opoku, usher you to the realm beyond the headlines, new tech releases, trends, and clicks. It's going to be a fun ride on MS Conversations.
Saturday nights just got better.
With unimaginable excitement.
10 toes, one girl, make it touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it. Ow, ow, yeah.
The most heated rap battles.
Squad for the work, me soldiers, but on your campo, Bema.
I play you menace ready, it be me with the top. Godzilla self chop, who be King Kong.
And of course, your A-list celebrity interviews.
I've always said this though, there can only be one Bob Marley, so definitely there should be one episode.
Me? The threesome.
Torafu welcome the woman there. Yeah. Nyansa. Don't fuck. Lighter.
With myself, Oforiwa.
I'm Jason LA, and I do this with the man
DJ Varosky.
Why the party there today? Hey mama, hey I ever say.
Guys, welcome back. This is still the AM Club coming to you from the Silicon Square in East Legon, Accra. Now, this March, MX24 TV will bring you a month filled with Ghanaian tradition, food, music, and dance, and more of our culture. We bring you the GH Month online and on TV. Discover thriving entrepreneurial Ghanaian businesses on Spotlight with Known for Long. Also make a date with News Nights for insightful discussions on our historians. Watch the AM Club daily to catch all the mouth-watering Ghanaian recipes. On Foodie Friday, regional fashion every Wednesday, and enjoy real-time Ghanaian conversations on the dish. Then we'll crown it with our All Independence Fair happening from the 26th to the 27th of March. Buckle up for a fun ride as we go hard for GH this month of March with 100% local music and movie content all month long. Experience Ghana right here on MX24 TV. Now it's time for Lifestyle Daily. Today's conversation is centered on cultivating reading habits. Somewhere after lose weight, read more is one of the top goals that many people set for themselves when they enter a new year. And a number of us used to read a lot in high school but fell off the wagon as we progressed in life. For some, they can't seem to get time to read due to tight schedules. And still for others, cultivating the habit of reading is a new adventure they're willing to embark on but do not really know where to start. Now, today's conversation is going to shed light on how exactly you can cultivate this habit of reading no matter what. And Godwin is on standby with his lovely guest to get into this conversation. Godwin?
Thank you very much, Marie, for that introduction. But before we get into it, guys, we always say you're a major part of the show, so we'd like you to connect with us. Send in your questions, your thoughts about our conversation this morning. What are you reading now? Share it with us. What questions you have, we'll be ready to read them. The number is 055-033-1511, 055-033-1511, or tweet at us at MX24GH with the hashtag the AM Club. I'm excited about this conversation. Now, joining us this morning, I have a beautiful lady, like Marie said. Abna Marian is a bookseller, a book reviewer, and podcaster. Abna, good morning and welcome to our studio.
Morning.
Also joining us via Zoom will be Elizabeth Johnson. She is Programs and Media Coordinator for the Writers Project of Ghana, WPG/events, or they call themselves Lower TAT. So we'll be having Elizabeth also joining us via Zoom shortly. But let me start the conversation with my guest in studio. And I was telling you that anybody who wears glasses, we automatically believe reads a lot. So I can tell you read a lot, especially because you're a book reviewer and a bookseller. So let's start the conversation with, of course, what are you reading now?
Okay, so currently I read several books at the same time.
Eh?
Yes, so currently I'm reading A Bigger Picture is by a non-fiction book by the Ugandan climate change activist. I'm also reading The Secret Lives of Church Ladies. I'm also reading, that's an audio book, and then I'm reading In Every Mirror She's Black. That's what I'm, so 3 books at the same time.
You can give pressure. 3 books at the same time. I think I find myself doing that and I never finish any book I pick up. I can count the number of books I have finished cover to cover, honestly, because I try to juggle books. Right now, I'm reading Save the Cat Goes to the Movies by Blake Snyder. It's a book on script writing and screenplay. And then 12 Rules of Life by Jordan Peterson. I love that book, but that man is so full of whatever. It's so hard to catch up, But so, I mean, of course, let's jump to why is reading important in your opinion?
I think that reading helps with cognitive development, also because cognitive development basically deals with how we think, how we explore, and how we find things out. When you read, you are building knowledge, developing your skills, and then you are also increasing or improving your ability to figure things out in life. So just by reading, what you are doing is that you are building your memory, and then you are improving your cognition. I also believe that reading also helps stimulate the part of your brain that widens your imagination. When you read, you feel like there isn't anything impossible. Books would take you a step further than you think. It would create that thought in your mind that there's really nothing impossible for you. You come up with new ideas, creative energies before you realize. So I feel like people who read are very fast with ideas. They would give you stuff, people to look up to, things to look up to, and where to go for stuff. So I think basically that's what reading does.
It's interesting. So between these formats, which would you choose? I always know it's rhetorical, but reading, listening, or watching?
Oh, watching is out for me. So I do audio.
Watching is out?
Watching is out.
Oh.
I do audiobooks, so I would rather read or listen to an audiobook for me, or a podcast, really. That's about it.
Would you say it's because more of you, like you said, your imagination comes to play when you're reading, because now you have to picture everything in your mind's eye and see what is happening, you're creating it. And do you think we cultivate the habit of reading at a very early age among us? Let me limit the conversation to Ghanaians. Do you think it's something we do?
So for me, it's very interesting. I started reading because my mom had a very busy schedule, and during vacation classes, she didn't know where to take us, so she dropped us off at the community library, which is Osu Community Library.
Okay.
And she would just go to work and pick us on her way back, and then we'll go home and we'll find something to eat. That's how I started reading. I think the first book I really sat down to read was The Adventures of Tintin. I really loved my adventures.
You read The Adventures of Tintin?
Yes, I did.
My goodness, we watched it. We were excited about watching it. Snowy and all that. No. Read. That would be a lot.
I think I read most of it in the Osu Community Library.
Wow.
And that's how I started with reading. I read The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. So I really loved adventures when I was growing up. So it was a thing for me, reading adventures. My mom really put all of us in the library, and all of her kids became readers. I mean, my sisters fell off, but once in a while you'd see them picking the books up when I put it down. So yeah, it's a good thing to see that we become readers just by her dropping off at the library.
You look the type who has read Harry Potter, haven't you?
Funny enough, I haven't.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yes, I haven't. Never did. And maybe I would come to the point
where you would probably... Haven't you seen the movie? Now that you've seen the movie... I
haven't seen the movie, so watching is a big problem for me. So I haven't seen the movie. I think I want to read a book before I watch the movie. Anyway,
so let me ask you this. Now that you've brought it up, I was going to ask you later in the conversation, but how important are community libraries? Because I think just a week ago, after work, I didn't have anything to do. I usually will go film after work, but we were on break. So I wanted to just go sit somewhere and read a book in the public library out. Unless I don't know about it, I actually put it on my social media. I was like, is there any public library around I could just enter, pick a book? Maybe they have coffee there. I could buy coffee and sit and read. Okay. Are there any places?
Yes, there are several.
Several?
Honestly, there's a very vibrant book community here in Accra. And there are several libraries.
Please share with me, because I found none.
Library. Well, there are your community libraries.
Community libraries are fine.
So there are your community libraries. I did Osu. I paid a visit to Osu Community Library just recently. I went there and there were kids all over the place. Just took me back. There is the Ianasi Library, which just opened. There's the Lotad as well. There are so many. I think there are book communities that meet during the weekends as well, and then they sit. There are a few communities that meet during the weekends.
Do you think you know this because you are in that field? Do you think the average Ghanaian knows this, that there are several community libraries? Because the only place I could think of was campus, which is just close by Legon. Yeah. So I went to the theatre arts department, which is my school anyway. So that's where I found solace.
The Ghana Library Authority has a list of all the libraries that you could pay a visit to if you are in this community or that community. So maybe that's how I discovered these things. But also because I am part of the community, as he said, it's quite easy to be in the community and find all the places that matter when you're in the community. Okay.
I understand Elizabeth has joined us via Zoom. She is a Programs and Media Coordinator, Writers Projects of Ghana, LOTAT. Elizabeth, good morning. Hello, Elizabeth. Elizabeth?
Hi, yes, good morning.
Finally, Elizabeth. Thank you for joining us on the AM Club. I can see books behind her. You can get fresh out.
Yeah.
Welcome to the AM Club, and we're officially making you an AM Club member. But my first question, of course, like I asked Abena, what book you're reading now?
Okay, so at the moment I'm reading Crossing the Color Line. It's a non-fiction book that explores interracial relationships between black women and white men, and between in the 1980s to now. Actually, before the 1980s, so like the 1800s till present. It's quite interesting. That's what I'm reading now.
And so I was also asking Abena some few seconds ago before you joined us, about community libraries and how I struggled to find one in East Legon here. So I had to go to campus to go read. Could you share with us community libraries anybody could walk to and what the requirements are?
Yeah, I know that the Ghana Library Authority has a few libraries within Accra and actually outside of Accra. You don't need to be a member to enter. You can just walk in. There's also the Library of Africa and the African Diaspora, which I work with, that has a library, but then that was by membership. And you could just walk in, sign up to be a member for a year and borrow as many books as you want. It was previously at West Legon, but it has moved now, and so it will be opening in the next few months again at its new location. Aside that, there was the Ian Nancy libraries that had, I think it's still open, so it has one on campus actually, and then there's one in Osu and then one in Accra. So these are the few that I know, but I know that the Ghana Library Authority has different libraries open within the country that all you need to do is just walk into it. And even if it's privately owned, there isn't much, you don't need to do much, just walk in, show interest, and then you'll be shown what to do to be a member. Aside that, there are communities that exist that, have events and share books as and when necessary.
Later on, I'll ask you details about these communities and how we can join them. For those who are interested and want to be a part of these book communities can join them. But back to you, Abena, in studio. Now, I don't know if this is a me problem. This is the challenge. When I pick a book, I read 2 chapters and I fall asleep. I just can't stay awake through a book. I never read a book cover to cover. Well, even if it's a small book, I've never read cover to. I have to fall asleep at some point or doze off. You're not a doctor. I just want to know: is this a me problem or something that you think other people have? It's a problem you think other people have?
It is a problem we all have.
Oh.
Myself, I have the same problem, but with a lot of, I would say, daily activity, I was able to overcome this. It took me a while to discover what really works for me when it comes to reading. This is why I read on several platforms. I do the audiobook when I'm probably commuting or doing a chore. That way I can catch up. I also do a physical book as well when I'm commuting. So maybe if I don't want to listen and I just want to read, then I do a physical book. Then I do books on my phone when I'm sitting in the bank and waiting for my turn. Then I pick up my phone and start reading. All this time, I'm just catching up on the same book and finishing it.
So you have you have the hard copies and then you have the subs.
Yes. So I have different platforms to continue the same book because honestly, carrying the book is a problem all the time. So just get an ebook, continue it, or listen to the audiobook. That way you can finish the book cover to cover.
So this question goes to both of you, Abena and Elizabeth. And maybe I should begin with you, Elizabeth. Now, how can a person? What are practical ways or tips that someone can use to cultivate the habit of reading?
Okay, I think it's really easy to develop the reading habits. I think what I tell people whenever I'm asked this question is to focus on the things that interest you in life generally. So if you're someone who enjoys reading sports or enjoys taking in sports or music or football, whatever topics that you are very interested in, it could even be as thematic as, having interest in post-colonial war or slave trade, whatever it is. All you need, even romance, on a lighter note, all you need to do is just find books that are tailored towards those topics and that kind of content, and then you can just start from there. I also know people get scared with the sizes of books, so I always tell people that you could start small, you could just start with a small book, and then it just naturally grows. When you start reading books that you are interested in, you wouldn't notice the number of pages, but just start small. And we are lucky to be in an age where there's so many platforms online that give access to short stories that could be like 2-3 pages long, and that's a complete story on its own. So you can just go online, fish out some stories and read, and then with that, making that intention to read something a day or just read a few lines a day, and something you're interested in, most importantly, before you know it, you are reading books that you never would have imagined you'd be reading.
That's interesting. Very interesting. Abna, you?
Just like Elizabeth said, I would also say that you would have to set realistic goals. I mean, when the year begins and you're setting your goals for the year, I feel like you should factor in reading if you want to read more. You don't have to necessarily set something ambitious. It should be very small. Maybe read a page a day. Or it could be, I'll read a book a month. And then you just stay consistent, read a page a day. What I do for me is I read before I wake up. I mean, when I wake up, I pick up my book and read. It's usually on my bed or by my bedside.
I'll go back to bed like that, too.
And then I read it. And then just before I sleep as well, I read maybe a chapter or two before I sleep. So I would say that you also need to commit some time to it. So you tell yourself that 5 minutes a day. And if you are reading on your phone, I would ask that you minimize the distraction. It's 5 minutes. You can put your phone on flight mode or do not disturb, and then just focus 5 minutes and read. Whilst reading as well, I'd also suggest that you take breaks, because I know that you might read the same line for forever. So take a break, just relax, and then it would come to you.
Okay, now growing up again, especially with junior high school and senior high school, the girls were reading all these Daniel Steele books and these novels and stuff. And for those of us who studied literature, we were made to read academic books. So you were reading the Shakespearean books, you were reading the ones written by local authors here and all that. We're reading stories, really. Now, with the advent of social media, with the spread of misinformation, disinformation, looking at NFTs and the metaverse and where we are going with cryptocurrency and all that, what sort of books would you say are advisable for anybody at all to start reading?
Okay, I would not point you to a specific book, but I would ask that first off you pick books that, like Elizabeth said, that fascinate you, that actually piques your interest. So if you think you like sports or you want something, if you're, for instance, you're a problem-solving person, or you deal with challenges in life and you want a book, you might actually go for self-help books. If you are like me, and I like historical fictions a lot. I like the times pre-colonial, post-colonial, and then independence for African countries. So, and then I also do a lot of slavery and Black Lives Movement for my books. So these are things I focus on, and these are my interests, and that's where I pick my books on. So I would say that look for books that would interest, that fascinates you, that you are interested in, the topics that you are interested in. Also, please, I say this and I say this, not all books are meant for you.
For you?
If you
this is a good one. I didn't think you'd say this, honestly.
Yes.
Honestly.
Not all books are meant for you. If you pick it up and you try a chapter and it's not working, please put it down, close it, and pick another one. I would also suggest that if you really like reading during your junior high school or senior high school time, reread some of these books. It would start it for you. So I love Blinkards a lot. I go to Blinkards all the time. A Woman in Her Prime. I go to it all the time because that's what I read in secondary school. So I go to these books because I love the books. Ancestral Sacrifice, The Gods Are Not to Blame. These are books I loved. I love African literature. Thank you. I read that just recently. I reread it recently and I enjoyed it because I was going through this phase where I wasn't reading. So I just revisited some of the books that I loved.
Elizabeth, what would you recommend?
It's really tough to recommend books. So I think I'll just go back to my first point of picking books that you are most interested in, the topics that you are most interested in. Like I said earlier, we are lucky to be in a world where there's so much information out there. There's so much, there's so many ways people are, reinventing literature. So you don't just have to rely on just the traditional books. You can go to audiobooks, there are people who are doing podcasts that actually discuss books. If you are someone who needs convincing, you can join a book club. They usually recommend a number of books, they pick and read and discuss. It makes it interesting because you're not just reading alone, but at the end of the month, you're going to be with a community of readers, maybe at lunch or having drinks and discussing the books. And many of these books discuss topics or talk about things that we can relate to. If it's everyday living, being in a hard economy, young people and our issues and relationships with finances, with figuring out our lives. There's so many ways in which you can engage with books. So I'd really recommend to join a community of readers, or find the people who are creating content when it comes to books, and then you definitely find something. It's really difficult for me to say pick this book or that book because we all have interest. I personally don't enjoy reading romance fiction, and so if I have to recommend, and I don't recommend romance fiction, what if you love romance?
That's very interesting because I don't like romance fiction as well. Thank you. Anyways, but back to the question, or back to the point that Abena raised. I listened to Eric Thomas, one of my favorite motivational speakers, and he did say that sometimes people think they're deep because you're reading lots of books. The fact that you're reading so many books doesn't mean you're deep. But for him, he's very specific with the books he reads. He targets certain books and says, this is what I want to read. Even with the books he targets, he just reads the chapters that he thinks will benefit him. So he looks at the outline of, okay, what does this say? What does this say? And then he reads those ones. He doesn't spend time reading everything so that he feels like, yeah, I've read this book. Do you sort of agree with this mentality?
First off, I do not read self-help books at all, because I think that life really has no formula, and I'm not the kind of person who likes problem solving. So mathematics wasn't really my thing. So I am the kind of person who likes to imagine things and so I would read a book cover to cover because it is interesting and I'm following a story. But if you are reading self-help, I mean, I read The Secret last year by Rhonda Bryan. I'm guessing that's the name of the author. I picked a few points from it. When it got to the money part, I got a bit confused because I was like, nah, this isn't working for me. This is not for me. So I skipped the money part and then went to the other parts about manifesting things that I would like to get and letting the universe give it to me. So yes, I mean, I would agree. You would pick out target some point, read it, and then you put it in your pocket and you're done.
Very interesting. Let me quickly read some messages that have come on our WhatsApp line, and then we wrap up the conversation. Hi, I'm Donnie from Otumi, watching Lifestyle Daily. Okay, Donnie, thank you very much for letting us know. My name is Ruby Cario, an author in the state. I'm enjoying your program. Discussion on cultivating reading habits. I would like to join the program. Oh, well, soon. This is a question. I really like reading, but I don't like brown books. Is that a problem? What are brown books? Well, books with brown covers?
The pages
are brown.
So try white books pages then, I guess.
Those books that look like they're ancient books. Good morning, guys. I like those books anyway. It makes me feel like, Good morning, MX24. Please, are you asking us a question? Are you contributing? Good morning, M Club. I would like to wish my sweetheart a happy birthday in advance. Wish him long life and prosperity, and I love him. Happy birthday to Owusu Nana Ado Hayford, Nick of age 18 series from Akosia QT inside Kumasi. Okay, Akosia, thank you for that. Are you contributing? Quick one, please. This is my motivational. Please, I have music. Okay. All right. So let's wrap our conversation now. Quick tips so that we go. What bad reading habits would you say people should stop?
Okay. I would start with the fact that please don't read while eating. And I know we do it often, but consider this. Eating requires concentration. Reading requires concentration. Don't mix both. I mean, take a break and eat, and then come back to the book. Also, you would stay in that book if you eat by the book. So please don't eat.
I'm guilty. So
yes.
I'm just.
I mean, take a break and read. Concentrate on the food and then eat. Then come back to the book. I would also say that when you're reading, try and look up words or phrases you do not understand. They really help with your comprehension and vocabulary skills as well. always look up words, phrases, maybe they would help you. I mean, also, I say this and I mean this. Please read a book before you watch the movie. Read the book.
Well, the movie douses the book.
Yes.
Like sometimes when you watch the movie, you realize that they didn't take full advantage of the book.
Yes, for somebody like me who reads a lot. I mean, last year I was revisiting my classics, so I read Little Women, Pride and Prejudice. Then I went back to the movie and realized, oh my God, that didn't really do justice to it. So yes, I mean, I would also say that when you are reading, please make sure that the environment is good enough to have that reading. Make sure that there isn't a lot of distraction. Also make sure that you're not reading in low light. It strains your eyes.
You know where I think is the best place to read?
Let me see. On
The
the bed.
washroom. The washroom.
Oh my God.
The washroom is the
At
best
least it's not
place to
the
read.
bed. You sleep there.
You know, the washroom you will not sleep because you know.
Yeah, I know.
Anyways, Elizabeth, your last words, please.
Yeah, I think I agree with everything that Abina has said, but I would just add that you shouldn't, if you want to start reading, don't put too much pressure on yourself. People take reading as a chore, and I think that's a bad approach to it. Take it as something you do for leisure, to enjoy yourself. And the last thing I would add is don't try and, when you want to cultivate the habit of reading, you don't have to listen to what everyone is reading. Sometimes some of these books are a bit more advanced and complex for you, especially if you are starting again as an adult who wants to cultivate the habit. So just pick books that you're interested in for starts, and then probably you can join the whole wagon of people reading the next in book or these popular classic books that you must have read. I think people really, when you say, oh, you have to start reading, then have you read Shakespeare, have you read Pride and Prejudice, and you go and pick it up, and like, hey, what kind of boring thing is this? So just pick books that you are interested in, and also join communities. So like Abna said, she herself organizes books. We have the Writers Project of Ghana that organizes monthly events and has a festival in October. Lotad has a library and has also events. So you could just figure these organizations out, follow them, and you definitely find something that you're interested in. Not everyone can be an avid reader. The same way not everyone can love football, but we can all read something every now and then.
Amazing, amazing. And so if we want to join these associations, these book communities on social media, or if we want to ask you anything, how do we follow you?
Okay, so I am Bookish Abna on Instagram. Abna Marian on Twitter. And so I think you can just slide into my DM for book recommendations or anything. I mean, I'm available. Permission
granted. Slide into her DM, okay, and you can reach her. But guys, that's all the time we have for Lifestyle Daily this morning. I hope you enjoyed it. I did. So many questions coming in. I couldn't read them. Also, Elizabeth, I can't go without taking your detail as well. How do we reach you?
Well, I think I'm not really on Twitter. I'm on Instagram at Eltayo Ofosua. But then if you want to reach me, I manage the Writers Project of Ghana's account. So at Writers PG on both Twitter and Instagram, just send a DM and then you be speaking with me because I manage those social media accounts.
Writers PG, there you have it. Thank you so much, ladies, for having this conversation with me this morning. Abness, the Santa Clausians are in the building. You don't want to miss out. But in the meantime, here is Door by Joe Boy. Stay with us.
I wanna talk about the things. I wanna talk about the things where they feel. I know they say what I know me. So if I tell you, say I like it, believe, yeah. You got me confused, I'm in the mood. My shaka, what you want me, I got you. Got me confused, I'm in the mood. My shaka, what you want me, I got you. Remember me a job, position me, I'm not gonna chase up. I be that guy where you know me, about. I live for your house, so I'll be your lawyer. Remember me a job, position me, I'm not gonna chase up. I be that guy where you know me, about.
like eternity. Then for eternity, I give you my all. Give you my all. I mean, I know your opportunity. If I be player, I go put them on pause. Mommy, do you believe in second chances? Mommy, do you believe in soul ties? I've been looking for the one think I found her. I feel love when I look into your eyes. Mommy, I draw. Position me on my own shit, so I need a shot when you leave me alone. Ready for your house and help me on Mommy, I draw. Position me on my own shit, so I need a shot when you leave me alone. Ready for your house and help me
Guys, welcome back. You're still watching MX24 TV, and this is still the AM Club, where we're bringing you fun, fearless, and factual content right here on this channel. Now, joining us on the plaque today, we have members of the Adisadel communication team, Kennedy Efum, I hope I got that correct, and Alfred Mensah Onuma, and they are from Adisco. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Marie.
Right. So you're Kennedy, right? And you're
Yes, Alfred.
So first things first. I know I'm in some senior high schools like Achimota, they have like Accra, and then they add their nickname, and Prosec, that's or Daddy and their name. So I want to know yours, so I'll use that on the show today.
We are Santa Clausians.
Okay, so
you can call us Santa.
Santa. You don't add your nickname to
My
that?
name is, my nickname back in school was Micro.
Micro. So is it Santa Micro, or you don't?
Well,
Santa Micro.
you can do that.
Santa Biola.
Okay,
I've done my checks.
Yeah. All right, Santa Biola, yes, that's true.
Thank you very much for coming.
welcome.
So you're part of the 97-year group, right? Before we get into your anniversary and the series of celebrations that you have outlined, I just want to find out what your experience in Adisadel College was. First, I'll start with Kennedy. Yeah.
Okay, so my experience was unique. You know, I had in mind going into secondary school for academics. But when I went to Adisadel, I realized that what you get out of Adisco is more than just academics.
Right.
Yes, academics is good, but Adisadel happens to be an institution that trains you holistically. So there were two main things I picked from Adisadel.
Okay.
And the first one is that the school has deep roots in the spirit of self-help. And anytime anybody who goes through the school gets the spirit within him, the spirit to do something for yourself, and then the spirit of giving.
Right.
I told you we are Santa Clausians, so the spirit of giving, and it comes from the fact that Adisadel, the founding fathers, the Saint Nicholas, the founder of Santa Claus, is the patron of the school.
Okay.
So these two things are the things that make anybody who goes through Adisco unique. And for me, that was my experience. So apart from academics, I realized that it's also a holistic training that Adisadel gives.
So there are the, deliberate structures in place to ensure that
so
people who go through, go away with all these values.
So I think it comes from the history, and it has been institutionalized.
Okay.
So so the history of the school, and then the institutions that have been created after the founding of the school.
Santa Biola, I'm curious to find out what your experience was.
Mine, I don't know how to put it, but my plan or intention was not to go to Adisadel. From class 4, it was Infanzipim.
Okay.
It was in the headmistress's office when I was asked which school. I just mentioned Adisadel.
What happened?
I don't really know. Maybe it's divine.
Your house people were manipulating.
I strongly believe it's divine. So what I would say is that entering Adisadel College, the motto just moves me, either the first or with the first.
Okay, so that's
Velcomprimus,
right.
basically, yes, yes. Okay. That's the inspiration.
Very well. So you are celebrating your anniversary. So what year is it? Like 100 and something?
Yeah, it's the
112th
anniversary.
Okay.
It also marks 25 years we left school.
Okay.
And also I started starting in 1910.
Okay.
By 1922 is when we moved onto the hill from Top Yard.
Right.
So on the 12th of March marks the 100th year that we moved from Top Yard onto the hill. Yes.
Okay. So
and the theme for the occasion is that it's reshaping secondary education to produce and equip the requisite entrepreneurs for the 21st century. The role of the stakeholders, you, me, government, and parents, and everybody.
Okay.
You know, I said it yesterday, just going through the Ghana Statistical reports yesterday, we realized that only 7% of the employable labor force are self-employed. So our belief, per the can-do spirit, is that in the next 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years, we want to take up the mantle to ensure that at least, so far as Ghana's socio-economic development is concerned, entrepreneurship should take the center stage, whereby we'll still have the mantra to say that indeed the private sector is the engine of growth. But the point is that government employs only 10% of the employable population.
They said their payroll is even full. So
that's
right
the point.
Now you're coming out, that's
the point. So it's up to us as a nation to embrace that. So on a week before the program, it's going to be on social media, going to have videos of Santa Clausians expressing the can-do spirit, what they've gone through and all that, to energize and to inspire Santa Clausians, both old, young and old. And on a week before as well, there's going to be a get-together with our ladies from Infantiman Girls. That's on the 5th of March at La Boma Beach, starting 9 a.m. Then on the 10th of March, that's where the program starts. That will be a career fair, whereby all SHS students will be met simultaneously to be taken through academia, entrepreneurship, sports, and all that, to encourage them, for them to be aware of what is out there, that nothing is impossible, because either the first or with the first, you can do whatever you want to do. Then in the afternoon of the 10th is where we'll have a donation to 3 institutions in Cape Coast, including the Cape Coast School for the Deaf. Then on the 11th, which is the Friday, in the morning, will be a breakfast to welcome all Santa 97 to the hill. Then in the afternoon will be a football match between Santa 97, the teachers, and the students. Then in the evening, there will be a candlelight procession from the Top Yard to the hill. Then in the night will be a bonfire, and we'll crown it all with a Santa 97 musical bash, whereby we'll have our own. One Love the Kubolo is he was even in my class. We'll have Shaturako, we'll have Mensa, we'll have Scooby the Sailor, also our mate, and other musicians to grace the occasion. That will be on the Friday night. Then on the Saturday itself will be the speech and prize giving and Founders Day, and also to dedicate our project to the school. What we've done so far as the project is concerned is that we've added 500 additional seating capacity to the dining hall. Still making it the biggest in
What's the current capacity?
It's 1,500. So it's going to be 2,000 capacity. That makes it still the biggest in West Africa. Then on the Sunday will be the Thanksgiving service, whereby we'll say thank you to God for taking us through 112 years of Addis Abeba's existence, and also 25 years after completing school. Yes.
All right. So which of these series of activities will have food? Because I'm just interested. I'm coming. It's first of all, am I invited?
Yeah, you are invited. Start from the Thursday.
Everybody is invited. We believe that what I spoke about, the spirit of Addis Ababa, the spirit of self-help, the spirit of entrepreneurship. In fact, like my brother said, that is what the nation needs. And we believe that we have it. And this spirit is also infectious. So we are inviting everybody to come. So that it's not just Santa Clausians who are able to do the great things that we are doing, but everybody in the nation can do. So we are inviting everybody. And one of the things that we are trying to do is that, yes, we have the spirit of self-help. As my brother said, our legacy project, we have actually completed it by funding from our own group's resources and then some benevolence.
The legacy project is the additional 500.
Yes. Sure. But what we are doing is that we are creating opportunity for people to identify with us. So you could be a Santa Clausian or somebody from outside. You are happy to see what we are doing and you want to identify with us. We want to furnish the dining hall as well. And we are buying tables and chairs for the dining hall. What we are doing is that if anybody wants to identify with us, we'll create an opportunity for you. You'll come and buy a table, we'll emboss your name or any inscription that you want to be on the table, we will do that for you. And we have some contact numbers that want to share. Yes, so
sure, I'll give you the chance to do that at the end of the show.
So,
but, okay.
So those are the opportunities that we are creating for people to identify with this, because we believe that this Santa spirit is infectious, and that's what the nation needs at this particular point in time.
Very well. So if I understand you, does that mean there's a possibility for this project to extend outside your school? Because someone will say, why should I come and give you money to go and buy table for your school?
It's not
my school.
I mean, look, I know people who are contributing to their schools whose children will never enter the school.
Right.
There are people who are outside Ghana. They've lived their lives outside Ghana, but they are coming for the speed day. That's what I'm saying. There's a spirit in Addis Adel that calls us to give back.
Right.
So we give back to Addis Adel. We give back even outside of Addis Adel. So we give back to other people. So it's a spirit that we think we can spread it across the nation. But it starts from Addis Adel. So come join us and take the spirit away into every sphere of life.
Very well. Abiel, I want to get your perspective on the theme you gave. It's quite commendable, and it's very in-depth. What's the sustainability plan? Because usually we see these things happen. It's just an event. But if the aim is to ensure that we train entrepreneurs who will come out of schools and not be expecting to wait for government to employ them, what measures have you put in place to ensure that it continues and not after when does it end? March? Is it till the end of March?
Yeah, it's 12th and 13th of March.
12th and 13th. So after the 13th of March, there's still something for people to look forward to and tap into.
So I'll start and then Abiola will continue.
Sure.
So the first thing that we want to do is to create to raise the awareness that this is what we need. So I was telling somebody yesterday that the biggest threat to our democracy is not coup d'etat, but it's unemployment. Maybe our eyes have not been open to it, but now through this we want to open the eyes of everybody in the nation, including stakeholders, that this is the reality of our nation. The second stage is that we also want to create the awareness that how we get out of this is through self-help, through entrepreneurship. It's not what the government can do, but what people can do. And we are doing this, showing what Addis Adel students have been able to do. I mean, when you go to Addis Adel, you see what old students have created, what students have created. And it tells you that if we come together, we can do it. We don't need government. Yes, government is important to regulate the nation, but we don't have to wait for government. So those are the main things to create the awareness and to expose the nation to the reality and tell everybody that it is possible. That's the first step. And then Abiola.
You know, Marie, to add to it, there is as part of the career fair, is to still let them know that entrepreneurship should be the way to go. There's a portion in our school that says that others have labored and we will share their glory, as we are doing currently. But ours is to do exploits and add to the gains. You understand? So the notion or the intent for this theme is to create awareness for all stakeholders, as I stated, yourself, myself. You know, when we celebrated the 100th anniversary 12 years ago, may he so rest in peace, the former president Tamils said that if Ghanaians have the Addis Adel spirit, Ghana will be a different place. He said that. And I believe he knew why he was saying that. So that's how we are starting in-house, energizing ourselves, educating ourselves, inspiring ourselves to ensure that at least that spirit of entrepreneurship is the way to go. Because 7% out of the employed population, I don't think it's fair for a country. We are almost 65 years, and we started with Korea, we started with Singapore, Malaysia, and all that. But you know where they've got into. You know, we don't have to. I would have thrown more light on that, but that's the clarion call, because we are inviting. The guest speaker is the Minister of Education. We believe that he is also a key stakeholder
for the speech of
The guest of honor is an Honorable Alan Shermanting, who's also a Santa. He's also the Santa 1970. If this 1970, we have that special guest, Honorable Freddie Blay, also a Santa Clausian. We have Dr. Ni Akukweno. He is the Hall of Fame. When it comes to the Hall of Fame of Internet in Africa or in the world, he's one of them.
So you have quite a solid.
That is it.
Lineup of
these are Santa Clausians who most of them have excelled in entrepreneurship, and we want to showcase what can be done. And the first group of people, the students will take inspiration. the general public will take inspiration. And with the Ministry of Education coming, I believe it can even impact our curriculum development going forward. And our nation will never be the same again.
Right. So I would like more details on the career fair. Do people need to sign up for it, or is it open?
So what we have done, in fact, the career fair is basically for the students of Addis Ababa.
Okay.
So we have selected resource persons from amongst us and from other professionals, and then we'll group the students and have sessions with them to guide them. I'm sure a lot of them have questions. The questions that we had when we were in secondary school, and the answers that we've had in life, we will bring them on board and then we'll share with them. And I believe that a lot of lives are going to be changed through what we are going to do.
Very well. So I mean, at this point, I'll give you the chance to. You wanted to give out some information how people can reach you, but
for the
that comes at a cost. So when you are done, you sing your school anthem.
The number is 0242
okay
007960. Okay. That's 0242 007960.
Okay. And
Marie, you need to buy a table, so that we'll call the table Marie table. I don't know your saying. What's your saying?
We just meet outside.
Fordjoe. So the Fordjoe family table.
It can even be dedicated to your father. I mean,
30 years.
Your son will come to Addis Ababa and come and see your name and board.
Let me go and shake my susu box and come and see. So if you can take the number again, I'm sure some people like.
Yeah, it's 0242 007960.
And this is just a call-in number. You don't have a number where if people want to like donate or something.
WhatsApp is the same thing. It's the same thing. Yeah, the same number.
So before we sing the school, we want to acknowledge some benefactors.
Sure.
All Santa 97 year group members, they've done extremely well. They've really committed themselves to this project, and they have brought us that far. We also receive support from Honorable Kenneth Japan.
Okay. I didn't know he was a Santa.
Oh, yes. I mean, most of the businessmen in Ghana are Santa Clausians. Okay. So if you know a successful businessman, think of him first as a Santa Clausian before you check. He's been very helpful. Santa 72, 73, they've also been very helpful. We had Santa 98, they will be coming next year. They will take up the story next year. They've also been very helpful. And all...
we have Honorable Frederick. We have the MP for both Cape Coast South and Cape Coast North. We have the Attorney General himself, who's also a Santa. All of them, we say thank you. And then to all the Santa 97 family. Marie, the good thing is that we were able to raise more than 500,000 among ourselves for this project.
That's a lot of money. Give me like 10%.
It's
give me 10%.
We give, so we keep giving.
I'll send you my money.
All of them, from Franchire to all of them. All of them.
All right. So before we take the anthem, if you can go mention the number again, so we put it on your screen. So the longer you sing, the more people will sing.
All right. It's 0242
okay
007960.
Okay.
0242 007960.
Okay, so the producers will put that on the screen so people can pick that number. So at this point, you can grace us with your lovely voice. We'll take it and sing the anthem.
We'll sing the ode.
We'll sing the school
ode. The anthem is Addis Ababa on the hill, but the anthem we'll sing the school ode.
School ode is more inspiring.
Which one is nicer?
It's more inspiring.
I want the one with
the ode is more inspiring.
No problem.
Okay. Producer, which of the cameras should they use so that the people can see them well?
Okay.
Right.
This one.
So this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Ready, go.
Up, Santa Clausians, stand up to honor those who have gilded the school with their fame. Alma Mater, a blessing upon her, bids us to remember the strength of her name. Others have labored and we share their glory, as to do exploit and add to their gain. Those who come after will take up our story. May it be worthy of singing again. Play up, Santa Clausians. So me do play up and play the game. Give nothing but your best and never think of rest. Play up for the school's great name.
Play up,
saddle on the hill. Well, primus, welcome, primis, Alma Mater, all great men, Santa Clausians, oh, hail Addisco, Hail our disco, we shall never be beaten. We shall always bear the palm. Hail, hail our disco, hail our disco. We shall never be beaten. We shall always bear the palm.
Yep. That's all I had.
You have some minutes? Do we have some few seconds?
Yeah, we will wrap up.
You know, at the last count yesterday, we realized we've lost 18 of our mates after we left school, and we want to say that may their souls rest in perfect peace. Right. We also want to thank the NEC National Executive Committee and the Adisco Old Boys Association, Aruba, for their immense support towards this great history that we're about to write. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for coming, Santa Micro and Santa Beulah. I'm grateful for your time.
Marie. Thank you so much.
Very well. They are with the 97-year group of Adesada College, and they gave you a long lineup of activities that they will be, undertaking as part of their anniversary celebration and also their silver jubilee. So I will keep you posted of that, I'm sure. But that's all we have time for on the plug. It's now time for Fashion Wednesday, and we have the remarkable Nate the Barber on standby with Godwin Namboh.
All right.
Thank you very much.
I tell you this one be the vibe. Every woman is a superwoman. Every woman is a champion. We know be nobody. If them know they our body.
Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear the best new music first. Catch exclusive interviews and jam to the hits that define your era. MX24. We love music. MX24 is home to your favorite artists. Hear
Women, especially mothers, are the very core of our existence. Our everyday progression is hinged on the success of their activities, whether they are managing a home, a business, or raising the next generation. This is the Talkative Mom Show, where I interact with hard-working women who are making an impact in society. I'm Eno Craigrin, your plug for everything motherhood, especially in today's generation of millennial moms. Join me on the Talkative Mom Show, where I interact with my guests, have fun conversations here on MX24.
Than you is a poem. It's sweet, sweet, sweet. How can it be?
Angelina, you be cool in my temperature. If you call,
say cheese, take a picture. Shaka post, magazine, take a picture.
in a leg book, boah, 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 boah.
Why the party there today? Hey mama, hey I have a same. Secure.
Hey guys, it's another Tuesday. You know how we do it. This is Tech Today with your boy Eddie Kumsen. You know how we do it. Is that time?
Says Apple doesn't need to be pressured to follow the trends, because I mean Apple is Apple.
Apps run better on iOS devices than ever right on Android.
So coding is an integral part of tech, but there are so many fields in tech as well. So
it has a car system where you can monetize and change any configuration that you want.
I'm here to give you the latest trends, the rumors and the leaks in the world of tech.
Yeah, man, when you hear that beat, you know it's now time for Fashion Wednesday, and this morning we're doing something really different. It's been a while. But first of all, welcome back to the AM Club right here on MX24 TV, where we make sure to keep you inspired, entertained, and informed. Number one. Now, as part of the month-long activities to celebrate exceptional Ghanaian products and services, we're organizing a 2-day pop-up shop and sales exhibition, the Ghana Independence Fair, happening on the 26th and 27th of March 2022 at MX24 TV at our forecourt here at the Silicon Square on the Boundary Road, East Legon. It will be 2 days of sales exhibitions, workshops, speech sessions, a food fair, and open-air concert. Get your stands now, guys. Exhibit and benefit from a month-long exclusive promotional package for Ghanaian-owned businesses. Emphasis on Ghanaian-owned businesses. Visit mx24online.com to register your business now. You can also call us on 055 0500 555, 055 050 0555, or 024 235 5956, 024 235 5956. The Ghana Independence Fair on the 26th and 27th of March. Buy Ghana to grow Ghana. So now it's time for Fashion Wednesday, like I said earlier, and we'll be discussing everything that has to do with men's grooming. As a matter of fact, we are focusing on, we're laying emphasis on our hair. Okay? And my guest this morning mentioned a celebrity, and he's worked on them. Okay? He's very popular. Nate the barber is one of Ghana's top celebrity barbers who has serviced clients from all around the world, including your rapper, your favorite rapper, Vic Mensa, British actor, rapper, and comedian Michael Dapper, Shatawale, Wizkid, Burna Boy, and more. And he's our guest this morning. Celebrity barber, I salute you. Everything cool?
Yes, bro.
It's good to have you.
You too, bro.
I mean, you're just across the road, and you know, and I'm seeing you for the first time here on our show. So now you're an AM Club member.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yes.
Okay. So, bro, first of all, what I want to ask you, if you speak up a bit for me, I'll be very happy. What do you love most about what you do?
So I think I love arts, and then I think barbering sort of is also art. So I think I just love everything about it. Whenever I see the clippers and I see hair, I'm just excited.
We can hear you. Your sexy voice there.
Okay,
We know they hear you.
So, I mean, I love everything about hair. Actually, I don't have a specific thing that I like, but I think I just love everything about hair. When it has to do with hair, I'm just happy.
So there's nothing about hair you dislike a little bit?
I think it's when maybe, let's say, the person have like you know, sometimes some people don't treat their hair well, you know, so maybe probably they might have some sort of smell. That is the things that I don't like, but it has nothing to do with the hair. Maybe it's just the person's personal hygiene.
Personal hygiene.
You know, so I think those are the things that, so I would just say that maybe if you're coming to the barber shop, maybe you should like, you know, try to like, you know, keep the hair clean. You know?
So those are the things we want you to help us with understand as men. Okay, it's funny that you're a barber and you have you don't want to cut your hair.
I do, right?
But so tell me, Nate, please help me. What are some of those bad practices that guys do that makes their hair smell? Honestly.
So number one, I would say maybe washing your hair properly. You know, and also the kind of chemicals you put in your hair.
Beautiful.
And also. There are some chemicals you have to leave in the hair, and there are some that you have to wash out.
It.
You know, some people like to like cheat the, you know, let's say maybe the guidelines of the product line, or maybe whatever they are stated on the product that you are supposed to go about. Some people like to, you know, get maybe more or like to cheat it. So maybe let's say, for instance, some product you have to wash it out, and you decide to leave it in because you want more from it, and then maybe it might end up leaving some smell or some odor in the hair. So when it comes to I mean, hair and bad practices, I think it's mostly people who just don't like to treat their hair properly and also take proper care of their hair.
So before we come to the barbering shop, or before we come to people like you who are very passionate about hairs, do you think hairs, something's very confused whether it's hair or hairs, is it, we need to take care of it ourselves before coming to the barbering shop? That's what you're saying? Yes. Or I should come to the barber shop to get all my hair needs taken care of?
Okay, so let's say maybe you are coming for a special service. There are some services that require you not to put water in your hair the day before the service. It's not like a week before the service. So let's say as a normal, person, you just have to, you know, make sure when you shower, you wash your hair and all of that. So
do you wash your hair with? So I understand that, of course, there's shampoo.
Yes.
That you know, but the lotions we use for our bodies.
Yeah.
Are they advisable to use for the hairs?
No.
So we need hair
special
lotions as well.
Yeah, special creams for hair, and there's no way you can use something for your skin for your hair. You know?
No, I mean you're bathing. So for instance, if you have
like the soap,
body
right?
lotion, the soap. That's what I'm talking about. You can apply it in your hair as well. Or should we stick to hair products? So you can use your body lotion. Is it body lotion? The shower gel.
Shampoo, the shower gel.
Shower gel is what I'm trying to get. So the shower gel, should you have a separate one for your hair?
So we have specific shampoos for hair, right? And it's not really advisable for you to use soap for your hair because there are some ingredients in the soap that is not advisable for the hair also. And also there are some, the scalp is very sensitive, even though we have all the hair and all of that is very sensitive. So there are like specific shampoos that are good for the hair. So I would advise that you use shampoos for your hair and not your shower gel. Okay. You know, because the shower gel is for the skin, it's not for the hair. You know, so I would advise you use specific shampoos for the hair. And even with the shampoos, we still have shampoos that are more, are good for the hair, and some that are not like, you know, so maybe a harsh also. And also it depends on the skin type, so it's a lot that goes into it.
I want to dye my entire hair blonde. What do you say? Will you advise it?
I would advise it, and I also wouldn't.
Tell me why. Tell me why and why not.
Okay, so the reason why I would advise it, let's say maybe fashion or style
for work,
and also maybe you're somebody who, you know, you are more about like the lifestyle, and then you are not like controlled by your work or whatever. I would advise you do it because it's also, it kind of gives you a look, you know. And then why I wouldn't also is that, or maybe let me say, you have to know what you're getting into. You know, some people don't know anything about it. They just go and buy the product and then they put it in their hair. If you are going to dye your hair, I think you should consult a professional. And also, so that the person can actually advise on the product and all of that. But when it comes to lifestyle-wise, I think everybody have the right to do whatever they want to do with their hair. You know, look however you want to look.
My final question, perhaps, will be, what products and tools do you think every man out there should have in their bathroom, must-haves, a man's must-haves when it comes to our hair, before we come to you to help us with that?
So I think,
do I need my own clipper?
It's
if not for the hair, for the beard.
Well, it depends on how you like to keep yourself also, and also when everybody needs their own clipper. You know, it's not as if you'll be having an issue if you don't. But it depends on the barber shop we go to. You know, and some barbershops don't like take care of their tools properly. So if you're not sure or if you don't trust a barbershop like that, I think you should go with your own clipper because like diseases and infections and you know, like even bumps and stuff are easily transmitted if it's not well taken care of.
Yeah.
So as a man, I think it's advisable that you have your own clipper if you don't trust a barbershop.
Okay.
But if you're going to like a first-class barbershop,
Nate's the barbershop.
Yeah, Nate the barbershop.
You don't have a problem, bro.
Just walk in and get a haircut. You know, stay fresh all the time.
You
Like,
understand what I'm saying?
So, but if you don't know, you're going to some roadside barbershop. Maybe you want to keep, you know, your coins. You don't want to pay that much, Charlie.
Get your own clipper
because it's serious.
Right.
You know?
So a clipper.
I mean, you need
hair
your own
shampoo.
clipper. You need the shampoo. Is not so necessary, but you can have a shampoo. That is if you have a lot of hair like me. I have my own shampoo. I have my conditioner. I have everything that I use for my hair. And then I think that is it. You know,
What about the cream you apply?
Yeah. So the cream.
When you're going to bed, should you apply cream in your hair? It's a good question. You don't advise it?
I don't advise it when you're going to bed because you know you're probably going to stain your pillows.
Yeah,
and
but
all
that's
that.
the argument that you're going to stain your bed sheet and all that. But I understand that when you sleep, your hair, your skin, your scalp feeds on your hair, or your hair feeds into your scalp or whatever. So when you have cream in it, it helps keep it moist. And you know when you wake up, it's still fresh. You wouldn't advise that?
I think what it is that maybe let's say you're having a problem with your hair that you're solving, like you have maybe some rashes that you're trying to cure, or maybe you are having receding hairline that you're trying to, you're using a product to grow the hair. Then, I mean, you can, for that period of time, it's okay. You know, you can probably change your pillowcases and make it darker or something. But to sleep with maybe a normal guy, you have your natural hair, everything is fine. I don't advise it.
That you should really put cream in
yeah,
your hair
because
before you sleep.
I think, me personally, I think the scalp needs to breathe.
Right.
You know, so when you wash your hair and it's free, that's the best way to, you know, I mean, just go to bed, you know. I don't advise it.
And finally, what I haven't asked you is, how did you get into this?
So I got into this. Sometimes I don't even know how I actually got into it because it was my friend's barbershop. I used to go to my friend, you know, and then like he has a barbershop. That was in 2006.
Wow.
So I just go to his barbershop after school, you know, just chill with him a little bit. And I was doing art in school at the time, you know, so I was just into everything art, you know, everything that has a bit of art, I'm into it. So going to the barbershop a couple of times, you know, I started enjoying like watching him do what he did, you know.
Yeah.
And then there were a lot of pictures of haircut, you know, and I used to do art, so I just draw all the pictures. So when I finished drawing the pictures, I think now I had nothing to do. So now I wanted to like, because I have the understanding of what he was doing. So it got to a point I was like, yo, Charlie, would you help? I was like, cool. So I started it was nice. And that was apart from art, the only thing I enjoyed was cutting hair. So I was like, no,
Right. So
I think
you
I
know,
found
maybe
a
I should do
new
this.
hobby, you know. So it just started from there, and then, you know, just got into it more, and then I realized that. But it wasn't something that I planned to become a barber. I mean, after, I think, school and everything, there was nothing to do, and I was like, okay, cool. I mean, I know how to cut hair, you know, so let's... And also, I had an issue with the barbering industry at the time. So I was like, no, there was something wrong with this. Because I know I can do something about this. I was like, no, let me step in and do something, you know. But I didn't know it was going to become what it is now, you know. So,
and the rest, they say, is history.
Yeah, history.
Now you're chopping big money. You're a big man.
Yeah, try it.
Anyway, so how do we contact you, Nate, on social media?
Yes, so our social, so we are on Instagram as Nate the Barber's Place or the Hair Masters. So
the Hair Masters.
The _ Hair Masters. So the Hair Masters ends with Z, and it's together. So Hair Masters, not S, Z, or just go Nate the Barber's Place. Will pop up. So Instagram, Facebook is the same thing. Snapchat, Nate the Barber's Place or the Hair Masters.
I'll pass by for a trim one of these days.
You should, trust me. If you want to be a G, you have to enter Nate the Barber's Place.
Absolutely. Nate, thank you so much for having this
yes,
conversation with us. And my guest this morning for the plug is Nate the Barber. We're still moving on. Still some few minutes to go on the AM Club. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Unique, contemporary, engaging. Introducing the ultimate talk show, that captures, scrutinizes, and stirs up conversations around relevant content across the globe. We talk to the movers and shakers in the tech, youth entrepreneurship, creative arts industry, and many more. Join me, Kwame A. Opoku, usher you to the realm beyond the headlines, new tech releases, trends, and clicks. It's going to be a fun ride on MS Conversations.
It's your girl, Miss Drew, your hostess with the mostest. I'll see you in the next moment.
Angelina, you be cool in my temperature. If you call, say cheese, take a picture. Shaka post, make a see, take a picture.
In the leg book, boah.
Why the party there today? Hey mama, hey I ever say. Secure.
Right here on MX24 TV, and we're still serving you fun, fearless, and factual content. Now, joining us now on the plug is the head of sales and marketing, Foster Akpene-Teria, who is with Akwaaba Ride. Foster, good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
Very well. We'll jump straight into it. So, what's the unique offering for Akwaaba Ride? For which reason people should move from platforms like Uber and Yango to Akwaaba Ride?
Okay. Before I answer your question, Akwaaba Ride is a wholly Ghanaian-owned company, 100% Ghanaian.
Wow. Okay.
So we know the terrain, and we actually live with you. We use the same service you use.
Right.
Currently, there is a lot of challenge with the drivers. I don't know how, when you take any ride with drivers, you see the kind of complaint that they give to you. They complain about a lot of things. And personally, before I rope in myself into Akwaaba Ride, I took my time to drive on all the other apps, and I realized how passionate, the drivers complain about issues, but such issues never get answered. And they are working their ass out, but they are not happy doing what they are doing.
Right.
So with Akwaaba, we want to redeem the driver. We want to redeem the rider who also sometimes, because as humans as we are, when you have a driver complaining to you, you'll not be too happy, enjoying that ride.
Yeah.
So we are in for the driver and we are in for the rider to make the two happy. So we enjoy the ride with Akwaaba together.
So essentially, you live here with us, so you've done a lot of research.
Research a lot.
Okay.
And where do your services extend? Where is Akwaaba Ride? Is it nationwide? Is it what terrain do you operate in?
One of the unique things about Akwaaba is just from inception we have covered countrywide.
Wow!
By way of our network, but then we want to use Accra. We want to use Takoradi. We want to use Eastern Region, Koforidua, and Ho, Tema, Ashama, and then Techiman as our
Right.
launch pad.
Wow.
So from there, then we spring to all the other regions. Hopefully within a year or two, we should be found in all the other regions.
Interesting. And how is it going so far?
Oh, so far, so good. We will be launching, hopefully, in about a month's time. But currently, we have a customer base, a rider base of about 400, and then a driver base of close to 100. But this, we do this on person-to-person basis. But we are yet to begin our aggressive marketing campaign that will target the riders and also target the drivers. So at the moment, it's going well. So.
Okay, so you did mention how you observed the challenges of the drivers when you started driving other ride-hailing apps. And so what I want to find out is how unique or how different is Aquaba Ride from these ride-hailing apps, apart from the fact that the drivers complain? What's so unique about it?
Okay. In the transportation business, one of the major cost components is fuel. And this year alone, I have observed the
It's been increased, by the way. It's been increased.
Severally. And so what we intend doing, one, we want to maintain a commission base that will be very friendly to the driver, so that even when prices keep going, at least with that comfortable commission base, he will be able to leverage to make some profit for himself. Right. So, I mean, as a salesperson, I've never seen any sales institution that gives 25% commission to people who bring in sales. You understand? Yeah. They are taking, the other apps are taking way around 25% of gross revenue of drivers. We think that it's unethical. With Aquaba, we are coming down to about 10%. Wow. And in fact, in future, when we expand and we have a large pool of client base, we can even go lower, such that the drivers can also earn something for themselves. In fact, there are times that when you want to take your ride, please go around your ties and look at how worn out some of the ties are. The guys cannot just make ends meet. They are not able to finish paying their app, paying their fuel, and save some and maintain the cars. So we want to have that kind of safety for the rider by way of making sure that they make enough revenue for themselves to,
What about pricing for riders? Because that's also an issue. Some people think apps like all the other ride-hailing apps are a bit on the high side. Is there any unique offering in terms of pricing for the riders?
Good. The riders' pricing, I believe we can do better than we are doing. Okay. But then we will not go to the extreme. We will not be the highest priced and will not be the lowest priced. Because the lowest price, there are instances like I mentioned earlier. Personally, when I drive and I use the car to take riders, sometimes when the fare comes up, they look at you and they say, "Oh, gentlemen, what are you working for?" Yeah. You drive all the way from say Circle to Nsawam, and then it says bonus for the rider, and then you end up 10 cedi. And you fill your tank and then you go home without money, then your fuel goes down. So for that, we wouldn't do that. It's unethical. But we will find a way to meet the rider and the driver in the midway so that they can be in business, whilst the rider also will be happy to enjoy ourselves.
Do you have an app are you on like App Store, Apple Store, or Google Play Store?
We are on Google Play Store, and then we are on Apple
Store as well. But my last question, perhaps, before we let you go, is you decided to partner with us. Aquaba Ride decided to partner our Love Nest Valentine, annual program. Why did you decide to partner with us on that? And how has it been for you after that partnership?
Well, to partner an organization, I believe when you are young, you partner a young, industry. Then you grow together. I've seen a lot of vibrance and future for your station.
Wonderful. MX24.
MX24. We've seen that, and we've seen that for ourselves. So we realized that it would be a very good marriage. When you look at the telco industry, the first players that came were, they were bars. They changed to bars. No, Mobitel.
Mobitel to bars and then to
Tigo. Now, the second player was One Touch. Yes. Initially, One Touch. And then now Vodafone. Then the third player was MTN. Now they are now number one. So we are going to chase all those apps, and we will
with our partnership.
We'll
That's also. Does that mean I'm getting free rides home every time?
For sure, we'll have a very better offer for you.
That's wonderful. Yeah. That's wonderful. Anyways,
awesome. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you also.
Yes, and are you on social media? Is Aquaba Ride on social media?
Right.
What you know the handle?
Yeah.
You have to get it there.
Okay.
I tell you.
Okay. Our website is www.aquabaride.com.
Okay.
Yes, and then our Facebook handle.
You're not quite.
We are actually aligning all this together.
Okay.
In fact, even our website is quite. It's not a
fully
on
done.
the website.
Okay.
So I'll get that to you when all is done.
All that is.
How about the app? Because I just tried to
As
find
for
out
the
on
app,
the App
is
Store.
complete.
So does it have a unique spelling? How do you spell it?
Good. The Aquaba spelling is AQWAABA.
Okay.
In fact, we did that because when you want to register a company, you are not allowed to register a company with a name that is already registered. So when we check Aquaba Transport, there are several companies.
This is a unique name.
So it's a unique name.
Absolutely.
Just as the brand.
Absolutely. Mr. I'm Foster Teria. Thank you very much. He's the head of marketing.
Head of sales and marketing
at Aquaba Ride. Thank you for enlightening us on that. And we hope to see you again on Lab Nest next year.
Sure.
As we partner. Anyways, but my goodness, time flies by so quickly when you're having so much fun. All too soon, we've come to the end of Wednesday's edition of the AM Club. A big thank you to everybody who has passed through. First of all, Kevoy on MX Breaks, thank you very much. Big up yourself, bro. And then on Lifestyle Daily, I had a discussion with Abna and Elizabeth on cultivating reading habits. Then we had the Santa Clausians coming through. The anniversary is happening pretty soon, right?
Yeah, on the 12th and 13th of March.
Yeah. Absolutely. And then I'm trying to remember everything we've done on the show today.
And then we had Nate the Baba coming through. Yes. And then now we have Foster Akweneteria, who's the head of sales and marketing at Aquaba Ride. So.
If you missed any part of the show, you can catch it on our YouTube channel. It's at MX24GH. But whilst we're going, we are not leaving you. Please connect with us online. We'll respond to you at MX24GH on all social media platforms. My name is Godwin Namboh at Godwin Namboh on all social media platforms.
And I am Marie-Franz Fordjoe on all social media platforms at the.mfc.
We'll see you tomorrow, Thursday, Throwback Thursday. Have a beautiful day.